Stories. We all have one to tell. Some worse than others, but one thing for certain is that everyone's story is unique. Nobody has walked the same path, had the same struggles, fought the same battles. So here's my story of going from zero to making $75,000 a month at age 21. So first things first, I want to actually show you guys proof that I made 75K last month. Not just talking about it, is no cap in my rap. But as you can see, the first income stream comes from my Black Hustlers Club YouTube channel, the one y'all watching right now. Thank you for all the support. And as you can see, last month I made $11,000 on this channel. The next income stream comes from me selling my products online. And as you can see, this income stream brought me in $52,000 last month. The third income stream comes from my second YouTube channel called Drell Jones. Now this channel right here, I haven't posted on in months, but I'm still making money from it every single month. So as you can see, last month I brought in about $1,800 from this channel. The fourth income stream comes from my Save Money by Black Stripe account. Now as you can see, this one brought in almost $2,000 last month. Next, I'm in one of my PayPal accounts, and this one brought in $4,000 last month. So those are my main income streams. I also have a couple smaller ones that totaled up to 75K last month. But now that we got my income streams out the way and you know that I wasn't capping, let's get into my story. So I grew up with a single mother of 4 kids in Richmond, Virginia, and I told y'all this before, but I was always taught growing up that the only ways to make it out was become a rapper, an athlete, go to college, or sell drugs. But I said fuck all of that, and I went on my own path. So it was in April of 2017 that I decided enough was enough, and it was time to make a change in my life. I hated school and I hated my job. At an early age, I knew school wasn't for me, college wasn't the route for me. And at the time, I was working at Hardee's. Another day at Hardee's, you feel me? Yo! Yes, Hardee's making $7.50 an hour, and I was slaving. And Hardee's, y'all know y'all dead wrong for that. Y'all supposed to be paying people more than $7.50 an hour. I felt like I was on the plantation working at that job. But at the time, I was 17 years old, and I didn't know any other ways to get money besides working a job. So I did what any normal 17-year-old would do. I went on YouTube and I typed in how to make money as a teenager. And then all of these different ways of making money popped up. And you know me, I'm a hustler. Even back then I was a hustler. So I wanted to try all of them. So I did. And that right there was a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing because I got to try out everything. My first business, I used my tax return to start a blog. Now this was a motivational blog where I would just post affirmations that people could say every day. And I know you're probably thinking like, Drell, why was you blogging in the first place? You know that wasn't gonna work. You gotta keep in mind, this was back in 2017 when blogging was popular. So that's what I chose to do at the time. But I was a brand new entrepreneur, so I was excited. And I know some of y'all are going through that right now. You just started your first business, you excited and everything. So me, I got the blog up and running. I started getting traffic. I started getting like 50 visits a day, 100 visits a day, 200 visits a day. But a month went by and I still didn't make any money. So I did what any beginner would do. I quit. But I didn't quit on entrepreneurship in general. I just quit on that one blog. I took what I learned from that first blog and I started another blog. And this time it was a little bit different. This blog was all about helping teens make money. And check me out, it was also around this time where I discovered affiliate marketing, which will absolutely change my life. Now for those that don't know what affiliate marketing is, it's basically where you're selling other people's products and you're getting the commission for it. But back then, I didn't know about clickbank affiliate marketing. I was still a beginner. All I knew about and heard about was Amazon Associates. So I signed up for Amazon Associates and I started adding some affiliate links to my blogs. A couple months went by, still no sales. And keep in mind, I spent hours upon hours working on this blog, posting content to this blog, everything. I was doing everything. Anytime I wasn't working at my job, I was working on my business, even at school. At school, I would use my little laptop, my little Chromebook. I would log into my business and my blog, and I would start posting content on my blog during school. So at this point, your boy is discouraged, you know? I tried multiple ways of making money online. I started 2 blogs, put all of my time and effort into those blogs, spent months on those blogs, and I still didn't get any sales, not one sale that whole time. And you know what comes with that? that's when the friends and family start doubting. I would hear things like, you should go get a real job, go to college. What are you gonna do if it doesn't work out? Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. But I ignored all of that and I kept pushing because deep down, I knew even though I was struggling, I wasn't making any sales, and I put all of my time and effort into this, deep down I knew that I was gonna make it one day. So I decided blogging wasn't for me, and I decided to make a change. So this is when I hopped onto Instagram and started doing affiliate marketing on there. And Instagram was one of those things that I didn't have much success with at first either. My first Instagram page was an entrepreneur page where I just posted motivational quotes and everything like that. And I tried to make some sales with that. Didn't get any. My second one was a photography page, and I got that one up to 7,000 followers, but I still didn't make any money with it. So at this point, I was lost and confused. Like, I didn't know what to do. I started 2 different blogs, didn't make any money with that. I started 2 different Instagram pages. I even started to grow my Instagram pages to a decent amount of followers, still didn't make any money. So I had to make a decision, right? It was either I keep going with that Instagram account or I start a whole new page from scratch. Now keep in mind at this time, I was about a year into entrepreneurship and I still didn't make any sales at all. It was a tough decision, but I decided to make a page in the spirituality niche. But check me out, just think about how different my life would be if I would have continued on with that page. I would be out somewhere in nature right now. Y'all would have had photography Drell. Y'all would have never had For the Coach. Y'all would have never had For the Culture, man. Y'all would have had me out in nature somewhere. But going back to that new page, right? That page changed everything for me because I actually started making sales. Yes, sir. I actually started making sales. Of course, it didn't happen overnight. I would say about a month into me making that page and growing that page, I started making sales, and the product I was selling was the free numerology readings on ClickBank. I would make like $20 a day, $40 a day, $60 a day, and then the next week or so, I would make no money. But at that point, I didn't care. I was just happy to be making sales. From there, I just started doubling down on my Instagram strategies, and I started making more and more money over time. And in June of 2018, I graduated high school and I decided that I wasn't going to college. All of my friends went to college, and at my high school, it was all black and Hispanic. It was about 50% black, 45% Hispanic, and it was only like 5% white. I swear to God. But moving forward to September of 2018, I was working a job at Macy's. Now this was my final job. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But I was the type of employee that I would get my work done, right? I would do everything. I would be making the sales and everything. But I ain't give a fuck. Like, I would go to the restroom for 20 minutes just to be on my phone. I would be in the break room for 20 minutes just to be on my phone. I would go to the fitting room. I would go in the back, be on my phone. I ain't give a fuck, right? But it was one day where I made over $200 just from the internet, right? So at that point, I was like, fuck this job. So from that point on, I never went back. I swear to God, I never went back to that job. After I seen I made $200 in a day, I logged into my ClickBank account. I seen 200, I was out. But moving forward to December of 2018, that's when I started my first YouTube channel called Drell Jones. And on there, I just documented my ClickBank journey of trying to make $1,000 in a day. Now here's my first video. Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Drell here, and I want to take you guys on a journey with me. I want to make $1,000 a day on ClickBank. Now, every day I'm gonna be making a video showing exactly how much I made and exactly what I did that day. Yeah, I know y'all seen that quality. That's because I was recording off my iPhone 6 and it was half broke. You know what I'm saying? It was a struggle, but hey, I got it done. But this was another thing that started slow for me. So as you can see, it's a trend. Everything I do, I had to work for it. Nothing really came easy for me. My first 2 blogs didn't get any sales. My first 2 pages didn't get any sales. My Instagram page, it started getting sales after over a year into the game. And then my first YouTube channel, I didn't get any traction at first either. I had to keep posting, keep uploading, and staying consistent. And then over time, I started getting more views. But in January of 2019, that's when things really started to switch for me. I wasn't making much money at the time, but in my mind, I was already rich. So for one of my New Year's goals, I decided to write down that I wanted to make $10,000 in a single month. Now at that time, I was only making about $1,000 a month, so I had no idea on where this money was gonna come from, how I was gonna get it, or anything. But like I said, in my mind, I was already rich. So deep down, I knew I could do it. And in May of 2019, I actually hit that goal of making $10,000 in a single month. Yes, sir. Those 2 years of hard work were finally starting to pay off. That just goes to show you the power of writing down your goals and believing in yourself, because when I wrote down that goal, I was only making about $1,000 a month. But I had faith in myself. I knew I could do it, and I wrote it down, and then I just went to work and I got it done. But that's not the only big event that happened in 2019. I also beat that challenge of making $1,000 in a day on ClickBank. And in October of 2019, I started the Black Hustlers Club Instagram and YouTube channel. And the reason why I started this whole brand to begin with is because y'all heard my struggles, y'all seen what I went through, and y'all know I had no guidance or mentors. So it was hard for me. That's why it took me so long to see success. And believe it or not, a lot of people from my culture actually go through the same thing. We don't grow up with fathers or mentors, so we have to get everything out the mud. We have to teach ourselves everything, and that's what I had to do. And even on YouTube, right, especially when I first started off, there was a lack of people teaching business and entrepreneurship from our culture, so we're forced to have to go learn from people outside of our culture that we can't relate to at all. So I just wanted to be the person that I needed when I was younger and put the culture on game. So that's exactly what I did. I've been posting on Instagram every single day since I started it. I've been posting on YouTube as well, just giving y'all the game for the culture. I had to say it one time. And currently we almost at 450K on Instagram and almost 150K on YouTube in just over a year and a half. And I also started another page last year called Save Money by Black, which has over 100K followers on it as well. So I just want to say thank you for all the love and support. So I can truly say it's been a wild ride so far. Entrepreneurship is crazy, man. Y'all seen all my ups and downs, all the different things that I've done so far. And I'm only 21 years old, so I'm just getting started. And this year actually marks my 4th year being an entrepreneur. I'ma keep posting and giving y'all free game on here and my Instagram pages. I want this to be one of the largest and littest brands teaching business for the culture. Now, as y'all know, Instagram and ClickBank were a big part of my story. That's how I got my start with making money online, and that's how I continue to make money online to this day on Instagram. So I decided to make a course on each one of these topics. It's teaching all of my strategies on how to grow and make money on these platforms. And like I said earlier, this marks my 4th year being an entrepreneur, so I got a special treat for y'all. For those interested in learning how to grow and monetize your Instagram pages in detail, like I'm talking hours and hours worth of content, click the link in my description below to join the IG Hustlers Academy for 70% off. And when you do that, you're gonna get my ClickBank Mastery course for free. So y'all getting 2 for 1 for 70% off. Now this is only for the first 300 people. After the first 300 people, y'all can still get it. Y'all just gonna be paying full price. But if you're not interested, that's cool as well. Just take all of this free game that I'll be giving y'all on a day-to-day basis and apply it. But I hope that you guys heard my story and got inspired by it, because I really came from nothing. A single mother with 4 kids, no degrees, no handouts, no guidance, no mentors, nothing. I had to teach myself everything, and I was still able to make $75,000 last month at age 21. But I'm out. I'll catch y'all in the next one for the culture.